Diddy has 9 charges that are against him. Let me refresh the screen. Diddy has 4 charges that are against him right now.
It's starting.
Diddy won a small victory in court yesterday when the judge tossed out a majority of claims against him about that kid, Rodney Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he tossed out the RICO claims.
Okay.
RICO was the big one.
It was.
He tossed that out. Infliction of emotional distress. Threw that out. Breach of contract claims. Threw that out. Also dismissed Trafficking Victim Protection Act claim against Diddy's company, Combs Global.
Trafficking, that's a big one.
He tossed that out. There's only 4 charges that remain.
Okay, which are?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
That is.
I'm pretty sure they're serious.
They're still serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like he's got it all.
Mm-hmm.
But the kid's lawyer also got really chewed out by the judge because his lawyer Tyrone A. Blackburn got dressed down by the judge, who warned him that these legal filings aren't up to par. He told them that for some reason your filings seemingly don't understand that Diddy is presumed innocent in a separate grand jury indictment on criminal charges. He's presumed innocent. You have to prove he's guilty. You're assuming a lot with these filings. And so he broke him down. And it's a win for Diddy because we've learned, what have we learned in most of the cases that we have reviewed where we thought they were locks? We don't know legal.
No, we don't.
It's what you could prove.
And so we've thought a lot of people were going to be guilty, and then they ended up walking away.
They got off.
So
Telling you, man, he gonna get off.
No, I don't
know if he's going to get off. But, man, if you're talking 9 charges all the way down to 4, that's a win.
That's a big deal.
That's a win for Puff.
Also, less of a probability that he's found guilty. So this gets him closer.
There's
to
no
getting
way.
out.
There's no way he's getting out. I think that he's going to be in there for a long time.
But I mean, you take the RICO thing off of it.
That's a big deal.
And so now you leave from those multi-year bids, and now you get down to now he got to do 5 years. You get out in 3. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if he gets out, I mean, in 3 or 5 years, whatever it is, I mean, there's no Diddy left.
You still Puff.
No one's going to work with him. No one's, I mean, his name is just mud.
All right, but just
remember when DMX went to jail for being high on crack and pretending he was an FBI agent in the airport? And everybody was like, damn, DMX had lost it. And he came right back out, and guess what? He was on Wild Splash 6 weeks later.
Just in the
hypothetical. He wasn't hurting anybody else besides himself.
But in the hypothetical situation that Diddy say he goes and he just gets guilty for, I don't know, I mean, 1 charge, right? And he goes to jail for 2-3 years.
And he's already been in jail, so he could potentially just walk out.
Just walk out.
Just walk out. Time served.
That would be insane.
Dude, I think he could get off of
But
this.
he also has these 200 other lawsuits we got to go through.
No, but if he's dropping the 5, right? That means they're dropping off a lot of these other lawsuits that they probably have no merit.
Maybe.
All I'm saying is when them charges start falling,
those are the big ones.
It looks a little different. Tribute to a champion. We said we would give him his flowers. George Foreman, 76 years old.
That's young.
2-time heavyweight champion.
The champ.
Guy, for the Rumble in the Jungle that he took on Muhammad Ali back in the 70s. I mean, basically, he came back at 45 and won the heavyweight championship again. And honestly, yesterday when we were going to talk about it, it was because the Chiron on TV was like heavyweight champion / grill master. Yeah. And it kind of made me upset because I'm just going to tell you, and I don't want anybody to think it's being disrespectful because my dad was a big fan of George Foreman, and so I grew up being a fan of his too. George Foreman was a great boxer, a beast of a man, a gentle giant, as he was called by a lot of people. But that damn grill was trash. That George Foreman grill.
What?
Come on now.
We all had one.
Listen.
You want to hear...
That George Foreman grill didn't have an off button or an on button. It was plug it in, and when you done, unplug it.
And it was light.
It had no temperature control on it. It was just like, it get hot, you close it. And the only thing that it did was tilt so the grease could come off of it. Like, I mean, it was probably the smallest part of his legacy, and they had it as the headline on Good Morning America. It it felt bad. It was like, yo, people loved him so much that they believed in this grill and went out and supported it. I get it. But that was a trash thing. I'm just saying.
Can I tell you something crazy? You know how many people out there don't even know that Foreman was a boxer?
Hi, that was me.
Like,
I didn't know him. I didn't know that back in the day. I just knew him as
like the
grill man,
right? And then
that's so disrespectful.
But I didn't know. And how I was raised with my family, like they're not big into sports or anything like that, so I had no idea. And then I learned all that stuff. I'm like, oh, that's why he was able to make the grills, because of his name and his legacy.
His name was definitely popping. It's like Shaq's name now. When George Foreman put his star power behind something, he could move it. And he moved a terrible grill into every household.
It wasn't that bad.
It was terrible.
It took me through college.
Same thing. Yeah,
I'm
it did
telling
get me
you.
through, because I was living in the dorms and we had no kitchen or like anything. It really did help me get through. I'm serious. And let me tell you this much. I think he kind of invented the panini sandwich. Besides the Italians. No, because remember, it was
besides the Italians.
The little griddle little area. I would use it all the time. We have one in the break room.
I know.
You know that?
And how sad is our break room?
It's very sad.
Right, so.
I cry every time I walk in there.
So rest in peace to George Foreman. He has all of his sons named George, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
That's not weird.
That's what I'm saying.
It was all in the commercials.
He's been hit a couple times. Oh.
Yes.
Do you know how much money he made from his grills? Take a guess. I know.
100 million.
Rich, don't look it up. Take a guess.
I'm going to go with 30 years. I'm going to say $2 billion.
$2 billion?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 200 million.
I was closer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Price is Right rules. He didn't go over.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. So he made $200 million
Yeah.
on that whack grill.
And that's just what we know.
It wasn't whack.
It was
Just
totally
because
whack.
you didn't use it doesn't mean it was whack. Like this sex.
Somebody said, "Oh, better put some respect on that little George Foreman grill."
Yeah, right here. The grill was for the hood. Right here. Hey,
this one out of 813. Hey, I still use my damn Foreman grill.
Yo,
Stop
don't
making
tell
fun of
nobody
it.
that.
Yeah.
Don't tell. I mean, it don't even have a temperature control on it. What if you want it rare? Leave it on there less time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just
And did
weird.
you know, just a fun fact, because Hulk Hogan does live here, actually was pitched to Hulk, and they left a voicemail, and he was thinking about it. It took a couple of hours for him to actually call back, and because they waited so long for Hulk Hogan to call back, the next call was George Foreman, and he immediately picked up the call. And they went with him.
$200 million. Look
Yep.
at that.
Wow.
I mean,
Rest
that's
in
the
peace.
story. That's the story.
Swizz Beats and his wife Alicia Keys are getting ready to celebrate their 15th wedding anniversary.
Good for them.
And they've admitted that they have never argued, have never had a fight
Okay.
in their
Cap.
in their 15
God.
years.
Cap.
They've never fought. He explained, he said, marriage, this is what Swizz Beats said. He said, showtime. He said, marriage is definitely a big word, but look at it like your best friend. The communication is there. We've never had an argument since we've been together. Our kids have never seen it, never seen us raise our voices at each other, never seen us yell, never seen us curse in each other's direction. Why? Because of communication.
Okay. First of all, don't lie to my face. Okay. I don't appreciate that for real. Second of all, I feel like that is unhealthy.
You feel like not arguing is unhealthy?
Yeah.
I feel like it's unhealthy.
You mean to tell me not one argument?
It's healthy for your children to see how you manage and handle an argument. You don't have to yell and scream and cuss, but there are going to be certain situations, especially in their lives, when they have to manage and handle somebody that is treating them like that. So I'm just saying, if you're just going to always hide the arguments, or you say you've never had one, it's just like, I don't know.
You mean in 15 years, not one time?
Right.
They
Like
ain't got
it
nothing to
was
fight
like-
about. Life is good. Ends a meeting. They doing what they got to do.
I'm sorry, but I got to call Cap on
Do they
that.
even
There's
do
got to
that?
be at least one time that they did not agree on
No
one
one's
thing.
snoring next to you.
Yeah.
No one overcooked something. No one's forgot to clean or empty the dishwasher.
He wasn't playing video
No one
games for
did
too
anything.
long.
Right, exactly.
Like,
No one. he's
Hey,
never
baby,
done
does
anything.
Gabrielle just said, nobody asked Swizz Beats for that lie.
For real. There's stuff. Come
Al,
on, bro.
They
First
said,
of
we
all-
saw Usher on stage with your lady.
Exactly. We saw saw them at the halftime show.
Yeah.
We
He was
seen that.
up there looking all in her eyes and all that stuff. Yeah, but they didn't argue about it. That was the
eyes
job.
Could not roll.
It's just what it
further
is.
in the back of my head when you read that.
I'm just saying. Somebody just said that. I bet you it's because she makes more money than he does. I don't think so.
No,
they
that could be.
I don't think they have that kind of relationship. So if they got it figured out, why not celebrate it?
I think it's great, the communication and working on it. That's very true, what they said, and what he said in that statement. If you guys have great communication, you're not going to argue, but just to say you've never is silly.
Is it messed up for me to say that, like, if somebody didn't argue with me for like 15 years, that I would think that they don't care?
Yes,
Like-
you have something wrong with
Like,
you.
if you didn't argue
They
with
don't
me
care
for
to
15
argue with
like
you.
they don't care to argue. But, like, I would think that they wouldn't care about me if they
You mean
didn't
they
argue
don't
with me.
fight for something
Yeah,
with
that's
you?
what-
That's
like they-
what you're saying.
yeah.
You know how kind of toxic.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
But
I've
no.
watched
sounds-
I watched a few Lifetime movies, and I got to tell you, I've heard some abusers on that channel that say, you made me do that, right? Because it's because I love you.
No, not like that.
I'm just saying, I've heard a lot of terrible people on Lifetime say that line.
I would just think that in 15 years, if you didn't have one disagreement,
You're not gonna
with
fight me, girl. You don't love me.
Not like that, but it's like one
You sounded real
disagreement.
OJ-ish. You sound OJ-ish.
I would just be like, yo, like, you agree with me all the time? Like, it just seems suspect.
Out of the 407, no arguments equates to no passion in my eyes.
Boom. That's how I feel.
So they're not passionate about their relationship or you. A toxic relationships where you're constantly arguing, I hate that.
I'm not
You have
supposed
to
to
be
be
an
with that.
unhappy person to sit here and say, you know what? We need to have some arguments in our life.
People
Like,
will
come
pick
on.
fights.
Like, I mean, you know what I mean?
You've been with chicks that'll pick a fight when things are good?
I
'Cause girls-
have. Yes, I have
at his
with
face.
several of them. And I'm just, come on. I mean, if you got somebody who's like, fighting doesn't build passion.
Mm-hmm, right.
It
You
builds-
can have passion without fighting. If you got a relationship where you ain't never fought nobody, oh my
Yeah.
God, you're blessed.
But it builds lore in the relationship. Yeah, when you're like, you know what, we so happy now, but, you know, there was a time where I wanted to wring his neck.
Okay,
You
so
know,
he wants angry sex. is
No,
what I
yeah,
think he's going to.
no. To be honest with you,
You
I could go a whole relationship without arguing, but I'm realistic. There's gonna be a disagreement here
True.
and there.
As
There's
there
gonna
should be.
there's gonna be a DM she gonna get mad at. There's gonna be something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, there's gotta be.
Ain't nobody DMing Swizz Beats.
Somebody just said, I agree with Rich. All right, we got one.
Thanks for checking out our video. We really appreciate it, and I know you want some more, so make sure you hit like and hit subscribe right below.